That's a great question. I was one of the individuals that was involved in Envision Prince George's County at its inception. I serve on the advisory group that put the program together. I'm also a member of the implementation group to implement the plan. One of the things that I believe in, and this has been my track record as a council member in District 6, is that a lot of times politicians will tell people what their platform is, and that may be good for the politician, but it's not very good for the people, because the people may have something different that they want you to do. And the Envision Prince George's County program gives you a roadmap as to what it is that people would like to see you do. And so therefore, I'm committed to implementing the findings of that study.
Councilman Dean, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead. Sure. One of the things that I found out early on about you 3 years ago was that how supportive you are of the minority business community. As an advocate myself of that community, one of the things, I'm glad you brought up your track record, because it is a proven one. And one of the things that I wanted to say was that a lot of people don't realize that you, as a current candidate of the county executive seat, have been involved way before you began trying to get into this position currently. You've been fighting strongly for the minority business community, as far as the Gaylord, as far as the National Harbor itself. You're not happy with the outcome of how many jobs we have been given, how many projects, and you have fought strongly about that, not always to your best advantage, because people don't want to see you fight for that. But so I wanted to one, congratulate you on your track record and what I've been watching over the last 3 years. And also, I wanted to bring up, because you are so soft-spoken, that some people would say, well, you know, we can't really know what he's doing, what he's saying, because he's quiet, he's kind of in the background. However, when my husband was at Park and Planning, he did tell me, when he had to work with you, do not underestimate this man based on how quiet he is. Because he said when he was in meetings with you, that you fight in-house for what you believe. So just because you don't yell and scream, we wanted to let people know that you do fight behind those curtains for us. So I want to thank you for that.
Thank you. As the Bible say, soft voice turn away wrath. And I'm a firm believer in that. And I thank you because I really would not want anyone to underestimate my passion and my zeal to make sure that things happen. I'm glad that you raised the issue about the minority development. One of the things that I've always had issues with, and let me back off, you know, most folks say that I've been working all my life to become county executive, and that has not been the case for me. I've just got into politics through happenstance. People asked me to run for the county council, and I did because of the work I was doing as a community activist. And then people have come to me to ask me to run for county executive because they see what I'm capable of doing as a council member. I have introduced well over, in my literature it says 153 pieces of legislation. I'm up to about 160 pieces of legislation. Of that, 90% has passed. And I've been able to build coalitions and consensus with my colleagues to get all of my legislation through. One of the things about MBEs that's so important to me is that we've made a major investment in National Harbor. Between the state and the county, we have invested close to $500 million in subsidies for National Harbor. And I don't think that that is a bad investment, because National Harbor has done great things for Prince George's County. The problem, though, is that we as citizens have not benefited. And so therefore we want to begin to change the paradigm. I put in legislation, CR 89 2006, that says anytime we give subsidies to any business, that the business must have a MBE component to that project. We also have worked very hard to put in place at Prince George's Community College a Center for Minority Development. One of the problems that we faced when we were a small business, my wife and I had a consulting firm when we came out of the government, was that we could not find a one-stop place that you could go to be able to understand how to do business plans, how to cost out jobs, and how to make sure that you're going to put yourself in the best position to survive. And we kind of learned through trial and error. So what we've decided to do was to put in place a Center for Minority Development at Prince George's Community College. The courses are free, and we always encourage women and minorities to come and take advantage of that opportunity through Milt Peterson and our negotiation with him. He has invested $5 million in that program, and so therefore we are asking people to get engaged. That's why we're putting on this forum on the 19th, to try to get small minority and women businesses to come. Okay? You had a question?
You had mentioned Montgomery County and HHS coming, and so I guess this is part statement, part question. But both Montgomery County and Prince George's County have an energy tax, consumption-based energy tax. Montgomery is proposing to double theirs, 100% increase. It's going to have significant impact not only on the residential customers, but particularly on the business customers, because it's at a higher rate. I think versus Prince George's, that puts them at a distinct disadvantage. So I guess part statement, part question is that knowing that the impact on particularly small businesses could be significant, is the Prince George's Council considering in this economic challenge an increase in the energy tax?
No, and the interesting thing is that I know that Montgomery County has the energy tax. The problem that we're faced with is that we don't have authority to raise taxes, period, the county. We have to go to the state to get the state to give us enabling legislation to raise taxes. As you know, last year we tried to increase the homestead property tax, and we had to go to the state, and the state decided not to give us that authority. So we're at a disadvantage. I know that Montgomery County has a fairly high energy tax, and we don't. We are not proposing that the state, and they're out of session now anyway, we're not proposing that the state raise energy tax here in Prince George's County. We know that there is real difficulty within the business community as it is, and we're trying to make sure that we don't create a problem for businesses, because we don't want to give businesses any excuse for not coming to Prince George's County. So we're really business friendly. Want to make sure, let me repeat that, we're really business friendly here in the county. Yes, ma'am.